Welcome back, everybody. So glad you could be with me here today. Walter at the workbench. Today is the day we unbox this interesting plane. So, what is it, might you ask? Taylor Toolworks. Tay Tools. And I've been interested in their planes for a few years, wanting to try them. And so they sent me a number 6 premium bedrock style Fore Plane bench plane. So I don't have a lot of the specifications on it as to the types of materials used. But here it is. Nice foam cutout to prevent the plane from sliding around. Plastic packaging, baggy. Sealed, it looks like from the factory. I wonder if vacuum sealing would make any difference when shipping iron planes. Okay, so first glance, it does have protective oils and such on it. But there's the logo. Tay Tools, BR number 6. So let's take a little bit of my honing fluid on a paper towel and just wipe it off a little bit. It may have something similar to what we used to call cosmoline, which is a petroleum product to keep iron and steel from rusting. So as you can see, there is some grit coming off, which is normal. Here we go. See that? That's normal. The knob and tote look very nice. While they are an imported wood, my first guess is there's something in the mahogany family. I will get more info on that for you. This won't be the only time you'll see this. Yeah, we got a lot on the sole here. A lot of oil. We'll get that right off. But it's a heavy plane. Now, anything I don't get off right now will come off in use. Now, on the sole, I'm noticing some marks. Not as perfectly ground as the sides. Sort of wavy. I don't know if you'll be able to see that. Okay, so there's the sides. And there's the sole. See the waviness by my chin? Not sure. It could be just a little vibration from the grinder. Now for the big question. What's under the hood? Let's pop the hood and find out. This has got a lot of protective oils on it as well. So this is going to need a thorough cleaning. We're not going to do that right now. I'm going to give it a light cleaning. I don't want to waste your time on camera. Give it a light cleaning. The lever cap casting. Brass lever or bronze, depending what you want to call it. It depends on the alloy. And what they've done is they've machined it flat across here for mating. And there's the blade and the chip breaker. Quite heavy. Quite heavy. Lots of oil on that. And that's okay. You don't want to make something and ship it overseas and have it arrive all rusty. So it's going to take just some more cleaning. I'm not going to do a lot of it right now. We'll just get enough so that I'm not handling grease. So that's part of tool ownership. And I'm almost, well, I shouldn't say almost. I would assume that in years past, Stanley and Miller's Falls and all the other companies who made hand planes, when they shipped them out to the customers, they were not user ready. They were mostly user ready. So this has the modern style chip breaker. One would guess there's the blade. There's the chip breaker, also machined in the back. A lot like, Lie-Nielsen. Wow. There's the grease. All right. Let's get that off of there. All right. That's enough of that. Excuse the noise from the heater, but we got another bout of cold weather came through. And like I said, I will take some time off camera to really take this apart and clean it. And I'll probably test some things for flatness, straightness, and so on. But right now, I just want to see it. I want to see it make shavings. I'm sure you do too. So we're not doing anything to the lever cap. We're not doing anything to the chip breaker, but we are going to hone the blade. And I just want to wipe the frog down a little You see it's got grease. So I will be taking the frog out, taking the plane completely apart and cleaning it. The lateral adjuster is good and tight. All right. I wonder how expensive it would be to cast planes out of stainless. So one thing I'm noticing here, right on the top of the knob, the screw is protruding and there's sharp edges. That's going to be there are sharp edges on that. Another thing I noticed right just looking down on the plane right now, and this is interesting. I wonder if you see it. See the thickness of this cheek and see the thinness of this cheek? I don't know if you can see that. But they are different thicknesses. I can put a micrometer on that. The paint or Japanning is a dull matte black. There are no markings on the plane to indicate what it is other than the laser engraving. So what that tells me is they mass produce these and then different vendors will buy them and put their names on it. And Taylor Tools is no different than any other company, whether it be Woodcraft, Rockler, any company, they'll do the same thing. So that's not a negative. So let's see what we got here for flatness on the back. I'm going to go right to the 1000 and just touch the back from the, okay, so this is what it looks like right now. That's what it looks like right now. From the nut hole up, you only need to go about an inch to see how flat it is. So put your fingers on either side of it, hold it down, and just go back and forth a few times. Okay, so here's what I got. It's hitting here, and it is hitting up on the cutting edge ever so slightly. So that means I'm going to drop it down to 300 and do the same thing. And I'm keeping the pressure mainly on the cutting edge. That's better. So this is where my newly found friend, my sharpening hone, might come into play for the flattening of the back of the plane blades. So you see we got a high spot here, but we are getting a polished edge almost across the whole top, just a little bit in this corner. And this is on 300. All right, that should be enough for 300. Yeah, it's still not touching that one corner. But we're going to switch back to the 1000. And do the same thing. All right, that'll be good enough for now. So let's see what the cutting edge is like. Let's hit it on to 300. Heel, toe, lock your wrist. Few strokes. See where you're hitting. You're hitting here, 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 and here, but not in the middle. Starting to get a burr. And there's the burr across the whole thing. So back to 1000. Just a dab of oil. Back on the flat. I'm not doing the ruler trick yet. Burr's gone. Now we sharpen the face again with the bevel. Lock the wrist. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And then a little bit on the corner. A little bit on the corner. Burr's there. Ruler. Take the burr off. And there we go. We're sharp. A little bit of burr on the front. Let's just take that off. Let me show you what we got. There you go. Okay, you can see we've got heel and toe polished. The back is polished all the way across. There's just this little bit here that it's only got a skosh. That'll come. That'll come in time. Now what we're going to do is we'll strap it on the hardwood block. With the Tormek honing paste. And then we do the face. Flat on the back. And then right at the end, lift just a little bit. And that's it. This blade is ready to go back in. I don't feel any burrs. It is sharp all the way across and polished. Same on the back. Let's see what she does. Chip breaker. So how's the weather by you? We are having a little bit of a tough time getting out of winter. So we've got daylight savings time maybe this weekend. And I say maybe because there's been talk, once again, of abolishing daylight savings time. I just wish they'd pick a time somewhere in the middle and keep it there. Now I've tightened that screw pretty tight, and it's still very easy to move the blade. All right. I don't know if you'll be able to see it. I don't know if you can see the small amount of exposed cutting edge. There it is. See that small amount? That's about the way I usually set it. Okay. I like mine a little bit tighter than that. Oh boy, oh boy. That's a hefty plane. All right, I can see the edge, cutting edge. So one thing I noticed, let me get my other 6. The distance, okay, from my hand to the knob is just right there with my middle finger. With this one, it's there. Seems a little bit further away. Now, I do notice there is quite a lot of play. See that? Of loose nut. Whereas with the old Stanley, even this is not a bedrock. It doesn't have quite that much play. Not picking it apart. I'm just saying my first thing that I see is how quickly that moves. Okay. There's that. Let's start with just a little bit of edge work. Just to see what we got. All right. Loosen that up a little bit. All right, it's taking a beautifully fine shaving. So currently, the frog is set with a mouth opening which I would consider medium to large. Let's see if we can take a heavier cut. Well, it planes. It does what it's supposed to do. Let's see how fine we can get it. Oh boy, that board is warped. So we got two corners here that have to come off. Let's get this out of the way. See what we got here. So as a number 6, what you would be using this plane for is as a fore plane, meaning the plane you use before any other. It's for prep work. All right. High spot right there. I don't know if you know what I'm doing. This is going to be the bottom side. I'm trying to get it to, there we go, sit flat on the bench. See, now it's flat. Now I can work this side. That's how you get the twist out of a board. Where's my oil can? The weight is good. It gives you momentum, okay? Gives you follow through. You don't have to be right on top of it. Once the plane grabs, who was it I heard give a talk one time? Oh yeah, my good friend Paul Sellers. You want the plane to pull itself to task. So in other words, you don't want to have to force it down. You want it to, when it grabs, it's now pulling itself to task. See? You're only guiding it. You don't have to bulldog it. You know, you don't need to get down here and press it all the way in. It carries itself through. It's high in the middle. So that's about it for today. If you look back in some of my videos, I talk about how planes are the most imperfect tool. Okay, we're grabbing there and there. When you think about it, and I'll show it to you on this wood body plane. When you think about it, if you make it with a flat sole, so this is totally flat, but then you have the blade sticking out, it's no longer flat. It wants to rock on that blade. So how does a plane flat? Well, it's the user. It's the user. I'm checking. I know it's a little bit high right here. So I'm not going to plane the whole thing. I'll just scoot over that. And now I know a little bit high here, a little bit high there. Now I can give the whole thing once over. Now this side is flat. I make a mark here to remind myself I was planing in this direction. Flip it over, and this side now can get planed. Remember what I said, the plane pulls itself to task. So other than a few little things I noticed right out of the box, for the price, which is a fraction of what you would pay for a Lie-Nielsen or a Clifton of the same size, I'm impressed. So what I will do now, over the next few days, I will take it apart, clean it, inspect it a bit more, put it back together, re-hone it. There we go. That's flat and smooth. And smooth. And no plane tracks. No plane tracks. Very suitable. Very suitable. Mark this end. I always do that because a lot of times you're going to cut your ends off anyway. So by marking them, you'll know what direction to plane. I love doing that. Whoops, I lost it. If you are interested in trying one of Taylor's tools, any of his tools, it doesn't have to be a big expensive plane like the number 6. You could try a number 4. There'll be an affiliates link down in the description box. I will be an affiliate for them for a while. We'll see how that goes. And I'll probably be trying some of their other tools. That's working nice. So Tay Tools. Okay? I'll have a link to their website. I'll have the affiliate link in the description. Let me know your initial visual, audio look in the comments. Handle's loose. Need to tighten that. But that's to be expected. Woods dry out in shipment. Hope you're having a great day. I'm sorry. I just have to. It's the way I am. I love planing. Like, subscribe, share, comment. Head out to your shop. Go make some shavings. Walter out.